Hi, this is Maya with Rico. This video is about how to make production searches. So as you can see here, I have a pre-production searches folder and a number of searches prepared for my production. I like to start off with the scope of my production set because my searches can get a little bit complicated and it just helps me break out the logic. So here we have our folders that we've selected and the conditions. This isn't a 100% necessary step. I can actually incorporate these into the next search, but sometimes my pre-production searches for the scope are a little more complicated, so this is an option. The next search that I'm going to stack is our responsive search. So our responsive search is what we're going to include from our production, for our production. So here we have the previous search, our scope of what to produce. And of that search, we want to include everything that's responsive and not privileged, or if it is privileged, we'd like it to have a redaction. Now this third search here is our exclusionary search. This is everything that's privileged or not responsive and has no redactions. Now this fourth search is where we're starting to get into the meat of it. Here's our potential production set. This search references the previous three searches. Here we have everything that is responsive and nothing that is privileged or not responsive. Now this gets us part of our production. If we're going to include families and do a consistent family production, we need to check that all the families have the same consistent coding. So that's where we get into this for a search. This is a search that takes our production set, same conditions as the prior one, but includes family. Now, if you remember, when we make saved searches with the condition of plus family, it'll include families regardless of whether it meets your conditions or not. This allows us to return the full production set and lets us check any inconsistencies that we have across the family groups. That's where search number 5 comes in. Here we are looking at our two production set searches to pull in anything that comes into our plus family search that doesn't meet the conditions of our production in the production set search number 4. This search is a dynamic search and it's going to update as you update the coding of the records. As we can see here, the first record is being returned, the first family is being returned. Here we can see the family is the group identifier for these two records. And it's being returned because this document meets the conditions of the production, but this one doesn't. And it doesn't because it's marked privileged, but doesn't have a redaction. Moving down to the next family as identified by the group identifier field. This may be called something different in your database, like beginning attachment or maybe family ID. You can see here that the child is marked non-responsive. If we're going to produce complete families, we might as well mark it responsive and include it in the production. That's the same for the next few families. And as I scroll down, you can see that we do have a couple of documents that needs further review. You can see it's being returned because this document is marked responsive and these are marked needs further review. Finally, we have this family down here that has no designation for an attachment. And then this one again needs to be redacted. So once you've made all the changes to all of the records in this search, it's going to be empty. And then you can go back to the plus family search, and that can be your production set. But in the instances when you're in a hurry maybe to make a production and the inconsistencies won't be resolved in time, you can exclude them in a final search which returns all of the records in 4A but excludes everything in search 5. You'll have to come back to them later, but if your review isn't done, that's fine. They'll just get swept up in the next production search. So here's our final production set, and I like to use the dashboard which returns our production fields. This gives us a quick high-level overview of the coding for this set. Now we've got everything that's responsive, we have a few redacted documents, and we can just quickly do a search for those and verify that they all have redactions. This also gives us a quick high-level view of confidentiality. Maybe we realize we haven't done enough confidential endorsements. We need to go back and check a few of those to make sure that they're really not confidential. That's something that can also be done at this stage. Now, in terms of production reviews, you can also do the same search prior to configuring your inconsistencies and maybe even skip the inconsistencies by just using the pre-production dashboard. You can filter by anything that needs further review or non-responsive and do your coding from this search as well. Now, the last point that I have for these dashboards is I like to just look at the scope and take a look to see if there's a subset of documents maybe that needs further review that I'd like to sweep up and, code them in preparation for this production. Since these are all dynamic searches, the new records that you might code from this subset of non-responsive documents will be automatically swept up into your potential production set search. So it's a great way to just have your high-level overview for the documents that you need to produce and gives you a good opportunity to do quick QCs and get your production set ready as quickly as possible. My last pro tip is that when you are stacking searches, just keep in mind that your searches, when you reference other searches, so down the line, for instance, potential production set plus family, it's going to be running not only these two searches, but also the third search that's referenced in this. So the more you stack them, the longer your searches need to run. That's why my final production set search, I actually edited the conditions of it. I tagged that set. So this one is a static tag, and it executes much faster than the 4 or 5 sub-searches that I had executing all at the same time. So as you're stacking searches, if you find that they've gotten clunky, sometimes you just need to make a static tag for your records so your searches execute at the end, especially if you're going to be running the production yourself. You want your search to execute quickly so that your production set doesn't time out. All right. That is the skinny on production searches. Obviously, we are here to help if you have any questions about this. But this should give you some good basic logic for how to make your searches and verify inconsistently coded records. Thanks so much for joining me. Happy reviewing.